welcome back to the Wormery. Today we're going to talk about how composting worms actually turn your kitchen scraps into compost. And I got my worm assistant Hugo with me today. So using worms as a way to make compost creates a soil amendment called vermicompost, or you could just call it worm compost, which is easier to say. Today on the Wormery we have a little guest of this moth that has decided to join us. Hopefully he won't mind me lifting the lid. So you can see in here months worth of kitchen waste that we've been putting in. Tissue from what I explained in the last video about soaking up moisture. There's eggshells in there to reduce the acidity, and the worms will be down at the lower section of the compost. So if we have a little dig in here, there we go, we can start to see them. And as I said last time as well, they're very fast, so I've got to try and catch one. So I'll get one out for you and we can have a little look. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's a chunky one. So these are escapees that have gone into the sump today. The reason that the worm compost is such a powerful fertiliser is that the worms eat the nutrient-packed fruit and vegetable scraps, kitchen scraps that we put in, and in turn their bodies will turn them scraps into nutrient-rich compost. So the nutrients are just recycled. Do not have any lungs, they actually breathe through their skin. So what happens is oxygen is drawn through the worm's skin into the worm's circulatory system, and then the worm pumps the oxygenated blood around the body. So a worm will need to stay moist to be able to breathe, as the wet absorbs the oxygen. So if they get too dry, then they'll suffocate. Breathing through their skin allows them to stay underground for long periods of time. They also don't have any eyes or ears, and rather they sense their way around using chemical and light sensitive cells in their body. So this guy's navigating his way around my hand using them really cool sensory cells. And again here you can clearly see the stripes on him, so the tiger worm, which is pretty cool. So if you watch him here navigating his way around my hand, so his head there, which is at the front, is sensing. Oh, I can't flip my hand round like that. Oh, this is an acrobatic worm. Nyam. Go. And that's his back end there, which is where the worm castings come out of to make the compost. In here you can see at the bottom the compost that is already being made here. So this is through the worms processing all of this kitchen waste, turning it into nutrient-rich compost. So hopefully, now that the weather's a bit warmer, they're more active, they'll be able to go through all this lot a bit more quickly, and then I'll be able to add a second tier. Thank you for joining me, the moth, Hugo and the worms today to see how the Wormery has been getting on. See you soon. Thank you for watching.